Hello beautiful souls. So today I decided to get out of my comfort zone and I decided to do a little bit of a vlog style video, and I would like to give you a tour of my homestead. I don't know whether I should call it a homestead or a construction site because there's so much work that is currently ongoing, and I'd like to share a few of the items that are currently being done. So yes, let's take a tour of my homestead. Let's get to see how this homestead slash construction site looks like at the moment. So from the entrance road, I have two entrance roads. This is the first one, and I have another one directly across this other side. And so when you come directly from either of the entrances, the access roads, so this is the first site that you get, and here I'm trying to do a little bit of beautification, and I've planted a few flowers. I don't know if they're flowers, but I have a shock. I think we call it a shock. Yeah, this one is an ashok. We've planted it here, and I also have this one. It's a palm. I think it's a kind of a palm tree. So yes, so we want to have this place looking nice in the long run. We want to reduce on the concrete jungle that is here, and as you can see, I decided to put a little bit of barbed wire fencing and some thorns here because I've had cows and goats coming in to eat these flowers that are here. You can see this palm tree, the leaves, like they have all been eaten by the cow. So we decided to do a little bit of fencing here, a little barbed wire to help protect the flowers and see if they will finally grow to some point. So yes, so initially the initial plan was not to have such a huge wall, but being close to the park, we are close to Lake Nakuru National Park, and we are also close to Soisambu Conservancy. And so the first time we came here, it was all okay. Initially we had a barbed wire fence, but over time there were a lot of cases whereby the hyenas would come and they would feast on our neighbors' dogs. So most of our neighbors over here, they have lost their dogs to hyenas that sneak from the park at night, and they come over here and they tend to disturb the peace. So we decided to take a precaution and just have this perimeter wall. And so that's it. So right here is the entrance. This is our entrance, the entrance to the place. And yeah, let's get right into the homestead or the construction site. Let me know, what should we call it at the moment? Is it a homestead? Is it a construction site? I think it's more of both. So when you come to this small gate, we'll be having a doorbell. We'll be having a doorbell over here. So we decided to have this interesting entrance because we wanted to make sure that, you know, whenever it is raining and somebody is passing by and, you know, they want to take a little bit of a shelter without necessarily having to get into the house, you know, the random people who are just passing, we wanted someone to have a place whereby, you know, they can shelter briefly as they wait for the rain to pass. After all, this is a village. We are more of a community, so we didn't want people to feel like, they have been caught unawares outside and it's raining and they have nowhere to to take shelter. So yeah, that's the inspiration that we got to come up with this design for the entrance. So yeah, hopefully it will serve 2 or 3 people and they'll be blessed along the way as they take shelter from here. So that said, when you open this small gate, the first thing you see is this huge concrete jungle, and we hope with time there will be mega transformation in this place. So yeah, so let me give you a tour of the compound. So the compound is still a little bit quite disorganized. It's a construction site. It's more of a construction site. So we have here in the compound, we have like 3 taps. We have this one here that that gives us water, and we have these little soldiers, our little pets. So there they are. They are cute. They are cute, right? Don't be mistaken. These things, they can make a lot of noise. They can really make a lot of noise. And it's been over 1 year, and they've refused to lay eggs. They have refused to give us they've literally refused to grow and increase in number. So yeah, they're just here busy eating grass. Yeah, funny, right? Yeah, but at the moment they are our security. These are our security. I think I call them Jack and Jill. Yeah, so we have Jack and Jill over there. They help secure this compound. Whenever anybody is approaching here, they make a lot of noise, and we are notified that someone is approaching. So if you'd like to know more about the tank house / our visitors house, then you can watch the video that I did earlier on about the tank house, and you'll know more about it and why we have it in this homestead. So on this other hand, it's just an open space. Yeah, we have this spacious compound over here that we'll be later using for some other works. But at the moment, there's nothing much to see over here other than the timber that we are currently using to do some blendering in the 3-bedroom house, and some other but some other timber that we use during the construction, that maybe we use to make ladders that people need, that the masons need when they want to step on something to reach a higher ground. And so yes, so from this end, this is how the homestead looks like. And so let me just walk back to the other side so that you can get to see the other side of the compound. Yes, we meet Jack and Jill once again. And so yeah, so that's how the compound looks like. And so in this other end, this is where we have the 3-bedroom house, and we've had a lot of work going on here. You can see we've been doing some molding, and maybe we can see. Yeah, a little molding over here. So how does it look like? Yeah, so that's the molding. So yes, that's the molding we've been working on. And I don't know, what do you think? Did the molders do a good job, or do they need a thumbs up or a thumbs down? So on this side we also have the ashok trees, just to help beautify the place and to help reduce the concrete jungle that we currently have. So yes, we've been doing some molding. Yeah, we've been working on this, putting on these small moldings on the window. And so yeah, this is how the side of the house looks like. This is how the side of the house looks like. Another molding over here. Yeah, I think this one was nicely done. It's nice. And so yes, here we are on the side of the house, and we have another tap over here. And so don't mind this. So we used this to just block the backyard, to protect. We recently started a kitchen garden, and so we used this to block the backyard, because you know, Jack and Jill, they eat everything they come across. So yeah, let me see if I'll get away to get in. No, I can't get in from here. So yes, this is the backyard. Yes, so this is the backyard, where we have some so yeah, the backyard looks like this. And yeah, the kitchen garden that we recently started, the spinach is doing quite well. Yeah, it has started to pick up. So yeah, this is how the backyard looks like. We have some rosemary over here. Yeah, very nice, especially if you have memory loss or you're struggling with poor memory. The rosemary helps in, you know, boosting your memory. And it's also a nice herb to use, as we like to use it in tea, when you're making tea. And here we have a guava. We planted this guava like a year ago, and yeah, it is actually doing quite well. It has started to, you know, it has started to flower. It is grafted. Yeah, so maybe soon we'll start getting some nice yummy guavas from here. Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to, you know, seeing this kitchen garden picking up. It's been 2 weeks since we started it, and yeah, so far so good. I like the progress. Here is another fruit tree that we have here. This I think it's the cherry. Yes, and then we have the lemongrass over here. I'm not sure whether this is the orange or the lemon. Yeah, I think it could be the lemon. Yeah, and so we have on this side we have another mold. we have another molding that was done over here on this arch. Yeah, and so that's it for the backyard. Yeah, the kitchen garden on this other side doing quite well. A tiny house there for a chicken. Maybe if we'll get one, but we'll be making another one. And a ring beam that needs to be completed in due time. And another lovely flower over here. So yeah, I like this. I like this. Wow. And this sukuma wiki is doing quite well. That is some avocado. Yeah. And so that's it. That's it for, let me pick this up. It's for one of the masons who is working here at the moment. Yeah, and that's it. So this is the downpipe for the rainwater. We'll be doing a tank later on, just to help us with harvesting the water. Another key feature for the backyard is this. This is a biodigester that we did over here. So we have this biodigester. The good thing with the biodigester is that it covers a very small space. So we hope that by the time we do some landscaping and, you know, backfill this place with some soil for gardening, then the place will look nice. So that's the biodigester. And here we have the sock pit. And I think you've seen several manholes, that we'll be working on repairing them. The person who did them didn't do a very good job, so we have to fix it up a little bit. And so yeah, that's it for the homestead or the construction site. There's still a lot of work to be done. A lot of work. We still have to plaster the walls for the perimeter wall. We have to do plastering there. We still have a lot of landscaping to do. Still need to improve on the kitchen garden and add a few more plants there, few more seeds. I need to plant some onions, some coriander. Yeah, and the work that is remaining is still a lot, but one step at a time. Yes, this is the backyard. One step at a time, one step at a time. Can't wait to have a chicken coop so that we can keep some few chicken just for consumption for the house. And yeah, so I hope to see you next time as we continue to transform this space, as we continue to transform the Senyonjo's homestead and to make it a beautiful place for the family to create some wonderful memories that will, last us a lifetime, creating those wonderful memories for the kids. And yeah, we are thanking God for this progress. We don't take it for granted. It's not been an easy journey, but God's grace has been sufficient for us. And so thank you so much, and hope you enjoyed the tour for our homestead. That was the exterior tour for the Senyonjo's homestead. And here I am rocking this, rooted in the word. I love this. Yeah. So thank you. Till next time. Bye bye.